Am I live or am I got my camera on right here? Well, fuck, that sucked.
Fucking whores.
I swear to God, man.
Fuck the moral victory. Fuck that shit. We should have won that game.
Fuck all that. 54-yard field goal. He makes it by what? All of about he made it from about, I don't know, 57, 58. But still, fuck that little twerp. Fuck them. All right, so hey, what's going on, everybody? We are now live right now after the football game. I don't even know if anybody's paying attention to this shit. I don't even give a fuck. Scotty's bouncing all over the damn place. Jesse can't stop cussing. I can't stop cussing. But, I think by tomorrow when we start to take a look at this, we'll have a much different idea about it. But fucking A. Jesse, what the fuck was that?
It's fucking bullshit. Fuck the goddamn Eagles. I hate the Eagles like you hate the fucking Giants. I hate the Eagles more than I hate Dallas, to be honest with you. Dallas has just become a fucking running joke because they always think they're going into the goddamn Super Bowl and they always fuck it up. The fucking Eagles are shitty fucking fan base. They're fucking shitty. They're a shitty fucking fan base. They're a shitty organization. Fuck Jalen Hurts. Fuck Brown. Fuck everybody.
Sorry. Hey, Scott, didn't you pay your electric bill? What's up?
I did pay my electric bill, yeah. It's just a bit dark here. Hang on. Oh, look, we have a light. Yeah, just fucking Jamin Davis. What were you doing on that last play there? Seriously.
I don't know what he was doing on the last play there. He had a couple of plays today, but, I keep seeing him come off the field on third down. And what the fuck is that, man? Come on. I keep seeing – okay, we're bringing pressure and we're not getting anywhere because Cody Barton's bringing pressure and he can't do anything with it, man. He runs right into something.
I think we have to have a talk about this defense. It was a tough loss. I mean, we held it all the way, which was excellent. A 1 second to go on the play, in regulation to take it to overtime. But we just shit the bed in overtime. Whether that you can argue the toss on that Terry catch, whether it's an in or out. I mean,
it was out.
Not enough to overturn it. That's for sure.
It was 1,000% out. I mean,
if you're going to be able to roll, if a running back can roll over a guy that's on the ground and keep going, if he keeps his feet, then that's out because he rolled right over the arm. I don't care if the arm is in bounds or not. But
a tough loss, is it? You've actually nailed it there, John. It's a tough loss.
The thing I really want to know more than anything is, sorry, I'm not going to give away anything because I'm not allowed to relay any NFL games that I'm watching. But the people from up near Boston, they just fucking missed a touchdown pass.
Okay.
Oh well. Anyway, I know you hate the moral victory and all that kind of shit, and moral victory is a bullshit thing anyway. But based on that way we played last week as compared to the way we played this week, it seemed to me that some lessons were learned. 31 points against the Eagles. None of us had us winning this game, but damn, man, there were many ways that they could have won this game. And they just couldn't get over the hump with those kinds of things.
Look,
I agree.
Let's not pretend this was. Let's not pretend we should have won this game. Okay, this is a very fucking good team that we played against. I mean, this is the NFC Super Bowl favorite. They went to Super Bowl last year, and it's between them and the 49ers who's going to, for the NFC this year. But what a turn of events from last week. I think we needed to really dwell on that. I agree with Max. Sam played terrific today. You couldn't ask for anything better. I was not necessarily impressed. I was happy enough with the offensive line. I think they did a better job. Obviously, there's still not a good offensive line, but they did a better job today protecting Sam than I think they have in the past month. So.
He had some downright clean pockets, man.
Yeah. Stan Cosme had his worst day today.
Wiley was terrible again.
The Eagles line are some Pro Bowlers.
Yeah,
no, I get that. You're playing against the best line, probably.
You're playing against the best defensive line in the entire league. And
I agree.
Wiley had his best game of the season, even though it wasn't great.
No.
I know some people were blaming freaking a sack on Wiley, which was Cosme that got blown the fuck up.
Yeah.
That was all Cosme. I thought
there was Wiley that Gibson let go. He missed the block on the blitzing linebacker.
Yep. That was blamed on Wiley too. So you got that.
Well, I'll tell you what. I am not going to give Wiley any kind of butt pats this week. Fuck him. And that's just all there is to it. You didn't make up enough for it. But as a whole, the offensive line played better. Howell played much, much better. He got the ball out on time much more often.
Yes.
Much more often. I mean,
the game plan was better.
The game plan was better. There was a lot more short, quick game that he could get to. They went to Terry early and often and got him involved in the game. And, man, I kept looking in his back pocket, and sure enough, there was Darius Slay. He had him there for a good long part of the game. The Dotson getting the touchdown, that was really nice, especially since, what did you say, he had gotten an ankle?
Yeah, he went out for a little while with an ankle.
I saw that
injury. So then that made up for, because he was going to definitely, and he'll still probably get a head smack tomorrow, but that drop that Dotson had was a killer. That really was. I mean, that was a first down. We were driving the ball, and it was right in his hands. You got to catch them. You got to catch them.
Yeah, you have. And I think looking at it as well, I mean, there were individuals who played well. I kept saying in the chat while we were talking here, why would you leave Forbes on Brown? But when it came towards the end of the game, he actually showed out. He showed out well. It's difficult though. Brown is such a big-bodied receiver.
He's probably
quick
a top
and he's strong
receiver. Yeah,
he's
a top receiver.
100%.
And look, the way this defense is set up is they run the zone match scheme, and for those deep routes, he's supposed to have a safety over top for the help. And there was that one long
down the sidelines.
Yeah,
it was late getting there.
Now it was Forbes, I think, that was late. That was getting there.
Well, Forbes was trailing the play, but safety over the top got there and made the play right at but he was just.
Well, I'm talking about on the touchdown. The
touchdown.
Yeah, that was on Forrest, really. And listen, Forbes is a young corner, and I'm tired of fucking people saying, "Oh, Gonzalez was sitting right there." Listen to me. Fuck you and your Gonzalez loving fucking bullshit.
Gonzalez.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Forbes is going to be just perfectly fine, and or AJ Brown does that to fucking everybody.
He does.
That's why he's so fucking good.
He's a good player. Look, and you got to give them credit in their offense to be able to sometimes get that matchup. That it's not like we went out there and said, "Okay, rookie boy, you go ahead and shadow probably the best wide receiver in the NFC East other than Terry McLaurin around the field all day." No, they're not going to do that. But the Eagles, they get the matchup, and they're able to exploit that kind of stuff. But welcome to the show here from the bunker.
Yeah,
Andy Burrows, how are you, sir?
Before Burrows' internet shits out, go ahead, Andy. Please talk. Do it fast.
Yeah, how are you, boys? No such thing as a moral victory, I guess, but it was better than last week. I'm still not too pleased.
By like 5 million%.
Yeah,
better than last week.
It was better than last week. Sam played well. We didn't play bad, but we just can't keep putting up like 30 plus points each week. Like someone just said in one of our million WhatsApp groups that I'm in, you can't keep putting up 30 odd points each week and expecting to win games of football. It makes it really hard, especially when you've got someone like Sam at QB, and it's not easy to keep conceding 30 points every single week. But it was an improvement. It's a hard one to take, really. I don't know how I feel about this one, but on to Thursday.
Do you think, though, that looking at this, though, boys, that we've just run into two really good teams? I mean, look at Buffalo's. Look at Buffalo's. I mean, look at Buffalo's win today against Miami. Miami put 70 points up last week, and now they've got absolutely boat raced. So it's one of them. We've got we've had two tough teams, and if Sam Howell can play like that for the whole game, man, I'm going to be for the rest of the season, I'm going to be happy with that. That is a massive improvement on last week. Massive improvement.
Yeah,
we 24 to 20. So Yam wants to know what happened. Well, I'll tell you what, Yam. The cameras caught Nick Sirianni behind the freaking bench over there blowing some guy, and man, that set everything off. And they went into overtime, and everything was all crazy and everything like that. And Sam Howell was laughing so hard he almost fell down, and the Eagles won. Anyway, That's what happened.
Overtime. It was a good. It was a good, heartfelt back and forth game. We just fell short, man. It was a game that we just fucking fell short.
I think my wife's sick of me. I'm on this couch for the rest of the night, I think, again, because I've just been screaming, especially with 1 second to go. It's just like jumping up and down like an absolute buffoon.
Well, she should be happy. Her Jaguars won today.
The Jags did win today, and she's in her Jaguars hoodie right now. Yeah, so there you go.
Terry did catch it.
She's a happy bunny.
Terry did catch it, Max, but he caught it with his foot out of bounds.
His toe was out of bounds.
Did you see when they zoomed in on that, though? He was inbounds. Go and look on someone.
Yeah, you can zoom in all you want. Well, when it gets pixelated and gets all funky, I don't believe he was.
We need to call Yam in.
It was such a beautiful throw, though. God, that was such a good throw.
And funky.
Well, here's pixelated and funky. It would be a cool name for an album. If we had
that's right.
A cool name for a group.
Right. That was a good throw. I thought Hal had a bunch of good throws today. I thought he had a couple that were he got lucky a little bit there. But overall, I thought that he really stepped up today in terms of getting rid of the ball on time. And that was, to me, one of the biggest keys. I thought that, Logan Thomas was going to have a much bigger role, but he really didn't. He spread it around pretty well, I thought. And, you got to say to Curtis Samuel, man, the guy averages like 4.5 yards a catch, but they're fucking big time 4.5 yard catches. The dude is the master of the under 10-yard big play. So I kind of like that.
I think he came out about 40 yards all told today.
They were
good.
I mean, other than one, I think that got stopped for almost no gain. I mean, he got that one big first down towards the end right there that was in our last drive before we were able to send it into overtime. But shit, man. All right, so it's after the game, directly after the game. It's late over there in London, and it's late over there in Barrow-in-Furness, and it's still early down there in goddamn Norfolk. Where are we feeling with this team right now? We're 2-2.
A hell of a lot better than we did last week. I think we should take that in consideration. We got a lighter part of the schedule is upcoming. I mean, the Bears look like the Bears, and the Falcons, well, they ain't looking too good right now. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Taylor Heineke in that matchup.
I said that before the season started.
And then we got the Giants after that. So, we have a chance to put together, a run, but you have to be encouraged about what you saw today. I think there's some things in the defense that needs to be fixed, though.
Absolutely. Max Taman says it's confidence. Should be able to pile up wins against lesser teams, which means he's now said two things in the chat, which means I owe him $10. Thanks, Max. I can always count on you for helping us out.
I think like we said before, if you go into the Bears and we beat the Bears on Thursday night, if you just said after the first quarter of the season, 3-2, I'd have bit your hand off. Absolutely bit your hand off. And I think that's right. I think we can put that run together, as Max has said. It's the confidence thing. 2 more wins after that against the Giants and the Falcons, and you want to run a roll then moving forward. We are going to get to 10 wins, if we carry on with that. You've just got to get one of these wins where you're lucky and you pick up a win against a better side. But today it just wasn't our day. We were close, very, very close. And I tell you what, them Philadelphia Eagles know they've been in a game today. That's for certain. So close one, but we never thought we were going to go into it. Honestly, before the kickoff, I was expecting a 20-point loss.
I predicted
to take it to overtime. So to take it to overtime, that's some seriously good going.
Well, not only that, but in the fourth quarter, with hardly any time left, to drive down the field and tie the fucking game. That's something that you say when you see. They always tell you about the fourth quarter comebacks for a quarterback.
It never happens to us, John.
Hey, it always happens to us. I always and so I have this real cynical idea that I say, well, fourth quarter comebacks just means you were losing half the game. So that's just the way I look at it. But now, since our boy today, that was fucking awesome. Andy, what do you say?
He did.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the third quarter, I think the third quarter let us down a little bit. That's the only. But again, it's very easy to sit here and criticize. I think that the mistakes that we made, again, what we said when me, Jesse, and Scouse were on Monday, they're all fixable. And it was nothing. I'm not sitting here absolutely raging because the mistakes that we made today are typical Washington mistakes. And it's what we've been doing for years now. But they're all fixable, and we've got the right people in the building at last to probably fix them. It's not like we're saying, "Oh, let's fix these things with trash ass players in the building" anymore. We've got a good squad of players there. So I'm disappointed to lose, but I'm not sitting here, throwing all the toys out of the pram and crying. I'm glad I'm on my Twitter break because I dread to think what that's like now. People are probably having a go at Ron Rivera now for not going for 2. But then 2 seasons ago, when we were at the Giants and we went for 2 and we missed it, Twitter was on fire.
Yeah. That's I know. Rant Burgundy put a tweet out that said it was stupid not to go for 2. I retweeted and said, "No." I said, "Imagine if we don't get it. Yeah. How the world would be on fire right now if we had missed it." Ron did the right thing. He did the right thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The only thing I'd question is maybe some of our play calling in overtime to get the ball down the field. It was the only thing that to me was we seemed to play that a little bit safe. We were trying to maybe nudge the ball. We were trying to nudge the ball down the field, and I'm thinking we kind of got away from like how we played in the first quarter, how we played in the fourth quarter. I think Bieniemy maybe, and I kind of get why he done it because to pick up that road win, like Hartley said, it would have been a big victory for us and a victory that we didn't think we could get. So I think we might. This isn't a criticism. I just think we played overtime a little bit too safe for my liking.
I know that one, that second 4th and run where Logan Thomas got back under center. That was a dumb.
Yeah, you fool me once.
That was so ridiculous. I mean?
Honestly, that is a fucking kindergarten.
We barely got it the first time, and
the first time you did it, I mean, Thomas ran. I love those kind of plays because it looks to me like one of those water buffaloes in a fucking documentary that's got like 10 lions hanging off of it, and it's just running forward, and that's how Thomas got that first down. But the second time when he ran up under center, I'm like, who the fuck in this entire stadium doesn't know exactly what's going to happen right now? And they did, and they didn't do anything with it. Ridiculous. You want to?
I hate the fact that you can push on 4th down as well.
Yeah, that's awful. That tush push thing is pissing me off as well.
I wish the NFL would make you. I don't know how they would make you like kind of run some kind of play because all you got to do is get like 6 fat dudes to give you a shove up the arse and you get a first down. I fucking hate that. You can do that.
I'll tell you,
it's a good Friday night at my end. That job.
I'll tell you what. This is the give and take of football, and I always say, all right, first law of football is offense innovates, defense adapts.
Come on, Burrows, you know me too well, son.
I love going up north.
See, I'm offering some football knowledge.
It's not a metaphor either.
Dirty stuff about Friday night. Offense innovates, defense adapts. Okay, so when offense was innovated by a bunch of rules to help juice the pass, then obviously that the only way that you can defend the pass is not in the backfield. You can't do it. You're going to be penalized to death. So you go after the passer. And now what we've seen is over the last, honestly, 10 to 20 years, defensive ends, defensive linemen, they've gotten smaller, faster, quicker, more athletic. Look at the defensive tackle now. Look at fucking Jonathan Allen or Deron Payne and compare him to like B.J. Raji from like 10 years ago. All right. There's no big fat motherfuckers like that. Nobody's a gap plugger anymore. These guys are built to rush the passer. So
that was disappointing, actually, John. I thought the defense played well, but they just, for all this vaunted top 5 defense, they need to step up a little bit more for me. I thought they were good, but they just
we'll see what I'm going to finish with.
Good. Sorry, John.
Let me finish that real quick. And what I'm saying is, so defense adapted to the rules. And offense is now innovating again with a big 235-pound quarterback. So you know how they're going to stop it? I mean, they stopped it the first time close enough to make them fucking run it outside the second time. I haven't seen the Eagles do that yet since they got in that formation. When they get down in that fucking tush-push thing, they're going forward. Mm-hmm. But today, Hurts went, I don't think so, and decided to go out to the outside. Mm-hmm. So
I think that's a bullshit play. Fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
It's a load of shit. God damn.
Game over.
I'll tell you what. What's disappointing me is the disappearance of Montez Sweat and Jalen Allen.
Agreed.
You're seeing Chase Young step up, which is good. It's great. Yes, sometimes he's kind of in the wrong spot once in a while, but he's trying to make a play, and I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased with Chase's play so far. But where the fuck has Montez Sweat been? He's been gone since I think he had one play in the Denver game, but basically since week 1. What's going on with that, man? That's what I want to fucking know.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said before, we've got to step up this defense again.
Big players make big plays.
Well, there's loads of first-round picks on there, and it's vaunted as being one of the best in the game. It just needs to step up a little bit more. I was a little bit disappointed in it, to be fair.
Granted, along with defenses or the Phillies' defensive line, their offensive line is rated the best in the league too. So
they are.
But
I'm just right. Sweat was out of the game.
I haven't seen Sweat in the past 2 games, two and a half games, really, to be honest with you. It's kind of disappointing.
Lane Staley was
a great singer.
Up until
that died way too young.
Lane Staley, yeah, I do have that.
That's Alice in Chains singer.
Yeah, I know. Lane Staley was the Alice in Chains singer. So who am I thinking about?
Johnson.
Lane Johnson, right? Lane Johnson, who had the second whitest name behind Cody Barton. He did. He took fucking Sweat right out of the game. But Cody fucking Barton. I'm done seeing this dude. I am done seeing this dude. He blitzes the same. I don't know what it is with Jack Del Rio linebackers where they say, all right, now look, when you blitz and you get in that goddamn line right there, you find yourself the biggest offensive lineman you can, and you stick yourself right up under his goddamn titty and stay there, because that's all they do. They just run right into the biggest, fattest motherfucker they can find, and they never get home. I am so tired of
that
this
sounds
shit
like a Friday night at my house.
Look, sometimes
but it's some fat titties.
Linemen typically do. That's where he goes. He goes.
Sometimes
he just
the other teams,
whoever's trying to block him,
scheme up plays to get linebackers on people that we think they shouldn't cover, but that's what the linebackers are there for. And Jamin Davis was getting some shit, but I got to tell you, man, he's playing fucking good ball.
So why does he stay on the field?
He is playing some really good ball, and I really, and even though I love our guy Deuce, I'm not sure where he's getting that Jamin's having a bad season, because he made plays today. He was in there today. Yeah, he missed some plays, but linebackers are going to do that. Sometimes they get caught up in covering people they shouldn't cover, but that's what you. That's a linebacker that plays the zone coverage in the middle, man. You have to do that sometimes. And offense coordinators scheme plays up to get mismatches. It happens every single time.
People were saying the same about Forbes as well. They would get people were going to get on his back for his performance today, but he's going up against one of the best receivers in the entire
and he had
league.
good moments too. We knew this about Forbes. He's going to give up some plays. He is.
Look,
he's
I
going to make
loved
plays
their
too.
battle today. I thought their battle today was fantastic. And even though the Forbes kind of got the back end of it, look,
he done better than some rookies have against,
as far as I'm
Brown.
concerned. If you're going to go throwing a flag on that kind of shit, that's the kind of shit that I think is just no. There's nothing wrong with that. Those two had been jawing at each other all damn day. They've been having a battle all damn day. He scored the touchdown. He gave him the ball. I didn't think that there was anything wrong with that whatsoever.
I was thankful for the taunting. I was thankful for the taunting penalty, John. I'll accept that. But
what a time for Tress Way to do his worst fucking punt in the history of punting.
Exactly, the worst punt he's ever had. Look, with Ron Torbert, he's the new fucking what's his name? Ron Carey, or not the other Ron? Whoever the fuck that is. He's the new. He's the one that likes. Let me get on TV. Let me just get on TV. That motherfucker throws a flag every 10 seconds. Here, let me be on TV.
Well, that's Keith.
Oh, well, no. Keith doesn't have a flag. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. You notice he isn't here yet.
He hasn't got an inflatable Redskins helmet either outside of his house, but we digress.
He lives in an Eagles household,
Well, somebody stole it, apparently. Somebody stole his Redskins helmet from outside of his house.
Oh, his big inflatable Redskins helmet?
Yes, someone stole it last night.
Oh, my gosh. That's terrible.
My wife just said, what is foreskin? No, that's a totally different thing.
Yes, that is a totally different thing.
This
However,
is descended into chaos again, this one. Anyway, I don't know. But yeah.
All right. So let's see. We'll go around the room with one word. That's the fun thing to do. All right. So we'll start down here in the bottom left. That is Andy. Andy, what is one word about today's game?
Progress.
Okay. Jesse. Over there.
Confidence.
Progress. Confidence. Scott.
Enjoyable, actually.
All right. Well, I'll take.
Over enjoyable.
It's only because I was thinking progress and then Burrows took it.
Your first word was yeah. All right.
The ones on 2 Ps.
My word today was heart, man. They showed heart. They got off the canvas a couple of times. That third quarter, I tell you what, they gave the Eagles. The Eagles have the announcers even said that the Eagles have kicked ass in the third quarter all year long, and they took it in on the chin, man. The Eagles took it to them, and they stood up in the fourth quarter and kicked them back. And I like that. That showed some heart. That showed some fight. They didn't lay down. They didn't give up. So, if I'm the Bears, I'm thinking of two things. One, we're going to kick your ass. And two, Virginia McCaskey, you're in for the night of your life.
Oh, wow, John.
No, actually, I must say, old Virginia is safe. I'm going to be indisposed during that entire football game, thanks to my ancient ass and my colonoscopy that I'll have the next day.
You're going to give us a play-by-play commentary?
I'll give you a play-by-play. That's right, I will.
Yes, I'm there for that.
As you see, John, text coming in, pissing out of my ass again.
Yes, that's right.
5 minutes later, ditto.
I'll give you an impression of me on the podcast on Thursday night. There you go.
Yeah, I'm hopeful going into the next 3 games, but there you go. We'll see. We'll see.
Hopefully, what one thing that kind of think about a little bit is they played a tough game today. It was a battle, and now we got a short week ahead of us. Is that going to play a factor, in this? Hopefully, for the first half of the game, what's his name? Bears quarterback looked fucking fantastic. He threw
Justin Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields was like 15 for 15, was like 260 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half. I think they lost.
They did.
They wound up losing.
Did they lose? Did they?
But yeah, they were up.
They lost
like 20-0 or some shit. I don't know.
They were up at least. Yeah, they were way up on the Broncos, and the Broncos came back on them. But I think the Bears are a team that's oh my god, hoping for something to go right. Whereas I think that the Commanders, even though they're coming off of 2 losses in a row, are coming off a loss where they can look at it and they can be pissed off about it.
No, they fought their asses off, and you got to be proud of them for that.
I don't expect any, we're going to take this and build on the moral victory. No. They got a right to be pissed off about it because, hey, man, you were right there at the fucking end, and it just didn't go your way. So go take that shit out on the Bears, which is exactly what I'm going to do Thursday night.
Yeah, we need to go on one of those Ron Rivera runs. Just get 3 in a row. 3 in a row.
We do. This is the part of the season we do this, and we've done this for the last God knows how many seasons. We do these little mini runs halfway through the season, or we're not even halfway through yet.
But we got a head start on it this time, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you look at Bears, Falcons, Giants, all winnable, all very winnable games. It'll be a good time to get on a roll. And like Scotty says, you could easily look around in a couple of weeks and have 5 wins under your belt. But it's easier said than done. But we do this every season. I think Carl put out a tweet a couple of weeks ago, even a week ago, and he said, "Look, don't panic. This is what we do, and everyone will be crawling for Ron's head and fire Jack Del Rio, and then we'll win 3 games, and everyone will be loving everyone again. And this is what we do. We've done this for the last fucking 7-8 seasons."
The difference, I would say, maybe is that we're coming into a 2-2 instead of 1-3 or 1-4.
Yeah, exactly. It makes a nice change.
Ron's the slow starter, right?
That's what I mean by a head start.
2022 season, when I think what were we 1-4, and we went on a run, and we won and we won like 4 or 5 games on the bounce, and everyone's like, "Oh, at last, well, 2-2," like Scotty said at the start. You'd have taken it from where we've been in past seasons. It would have been great to nick that one today because it would have been a victory that people probably didn't see coming. Right. And it's a divisional game, which makes it a little bit worse that we lost a divisional game. But I'm still hopeful. Thursday night is a big, big game for us now. Yeah. We've got to go in there. I don't care how we win. I don't fucking care how we do it. Just win the fucking game.
I want to read a tweet from our friend Blake Lewis. He says, "Once again, I'm seeing on my timeline people talk about how bad the Commanders are. Did I just witness a different game? I thought they went into an undefeated team's place and took them to overtime. Is that a bad team? Someone help me out and explain." He's absolutely right. I'm seeing people just coming after this team because we fucking lost to a Super Bowl contender. We took the Super Bowl contender to the fucking overtime. Get the fuck
at their place as well, Jesse.
Yeah, at the link, which is a hard place to play.
Sounds like I chose a good time to have a Twitter break.
Yeah.
I don't know what anybody expects out of the mob. The mob is the mob. It's fucking dumb as shit. Fans are fucking stupid. All right. And you can see why, because everything's going great as long as everything's going fine.
Can you imagine, John, if we had gone down and got a victory in overtime, everyone had been like, this team showed good fight. We come back from last week. We done a really good job. We lost by a field goal. And if it had flipped the other way, people would have been jacking off and trying to get half the players on their fucking podcasts and God knows what, and fucking spunking in their hair and Jesus Christ, God knows what else. We lost by a field goal to a Super Bowl winning team. Let's not fucking throw. Last week, the team deserved to be thrown under the bus because we were terrible. All we asked for, we've all recorded shows last week. We've all listened to a million podcasts. All we asked for was improvement and learn from mistakes. Sam Howell definitely learned from his mistakes. He was getting 100%. The ball out quicker. He was going through his progressions. Bieniemy was drawing up plays where he only maybe had to go through a couple of progressions per play every now and again. There were times he had a lot more time in the pocket to sit and go through his progressions. People think that this game isn't an improvement on last week. Go and watch another fucking team because you don't know what you're talking about.
No interceptions. Coming off
no turnovers.
Not even a play where I thought that it might have been intercepted if we didn't just get lucky.
Yeah, there was one where you thought,
there was that one in the end zone where he kind of threw everything up in the air like that, but he got kind of lucky on that one.
Yeah, he got a little bit lucky, and
but you've got to say as well, Jalen Hurts got lucky on a couple too. Sure. You know, there was a couple of there that Forbes was very close to.
He threw a couple into the end zone where there wasn't even a receipt. The one that got done for an intentional grounding that we could have,
The field that the Commanders use to practice their red zone fucking passes is downhill. I'm telling you, every one of their throws down into the end zone is fucking 20 feet over everybody's head. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? It's because their fucking field is built on a slope and the quarterback's up here and the end zone's down here. And, you know, it drives
what
me
you have
crazy.
What you have to remember, John, here as well is there's other things here that can be correctable again to make us win games like that. James Smith Williams has Jalen Hurts banged to rights for a sack, doesn't tackle him well. He's then got a 20-yard completion. Ridiculous.
Jalen Hurts had him. You got him mixed up there. Jalen Hurts, I think you got him mixed up there. Where Smith Williams got in on him and stopped, but that caused him to throw that fucking pass that they called intentional grounding.
No, the one before, it was after that. He got through and he went to tackle him, and then Hurts took off on the run and he gained about 20 yards.
He got too high on the tackle. That's why he was.
Too high. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, you just try to tackle him around the shoulder pads rather than around the waist, and you just think to yourself, these are correctable mistakes that are. You know, that we can make a difference. There's a couple of times where we had him banged to rights in the backfield and just couldn't seem to get him down. So
Hurts has been doing that to every team.
He has so done. Good. He's a mobile quarterback, and he's a big one as well. He's not a small guy.
I was glad he didn't really beat us with his legs. It wasn't like last week where Josh Allen's running all up and down with all kinds of open field. When he went out and ran, a lot of times they ran him out for no gain or 1 or 2 yards, which was just fine with me.
That's where Jamin Davis was good as well. I thought he spied down at, he was really good a lot of times, people giving him shit. I thought he had a good game. We didn't let him get out of the pocket much. And it was one of them games where if we had won by a field goal, everyone had been waxing lyrical how we're now, 3-1. It's fine. It's easy to say, and it's very cliche, fine margins in football. Today literally was a fine margin. Like I said earlier, the only thing that worried me was that we were a little bit too safe in overtime. We should have just maybe, I'm not saying throw bombs down the field. I just thought we went a little bit dink and dunk and we were trying to get into field goal range instead of trying to score a touchdown.
Yeah. I would agree with that. All right. So tomorrow, what time do we have the bunker?
We have it at 9:15 UK, 4:15 stateside.
All right. And the Bleeding Burgundy podcast will be with you at 5:30 tomorrow. And the One Point Safety Show will be with you this week when?
Thursday evening, dropping in the feed for Friday morning for most of you.
They late US to the party. They always late to the party.
Always gone a Thursday.
That's all right. Somebody's got to be there on Friday. All right. So, all right. Well, we will see you guys tomorrow at 4:00, 5:30, and on Thursday with the late coming, because he's got to keep shaking Scouse. Scouse, come on, wake up. Scouse went to the ball game today, didn't he? He went to the football game.
He did.
Yeah, we're good.
We got the Jags here next week as well.
The
Jags are here next week. They're at your place, mate. At Spurs, they're playing the Bills
at Rottingham Stadium.
Rottingham.
Fucking Rottingham.
Beat
Liverpool yesterday. I might need to text Jason.
Yeah, it was the Northumberland something. I don't know what. Has it got a new nickname or something? Your ground, or is it part of
We're fighting
complex or something?
Is that what we got?
Wow. Look on PFF's.
I'll have a look.
Twitter feed. There was a shot that a Raiders player got on Justin Herbert. Jerry Tillery. He was ejected out of because he hit Justin Herbert out of bounds, and the hit on Sam Howell in week 1 was 10 times worse than that, I feel.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That dude that hit Sam Howell in week 1 has hit somebody in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And taking that shot.
What about the woman official today? She took a hit.
She did take a hit, that woman official. She did take a hit.
She did. She got nailed.
She might be on our practice squad next week.
She got right back up. I'll tell you what, man.
She's playing middle linebacker, Andy. We talking about?
That was Chase that ran him out over there, wasn't it? Or was it
John Allen?
John Allen wiped out the referee. He threw down the quarterback. He fucking wiped out the guy holding the chains and smashed into a coach. But that was our coach. So, hey, man, fuck it. Human beings in front of him within the 60 minutes confines of the clock. You cannot be held responsible for what happens to them. All right, so we will see everybody tomorrow at whatever various given time that you enjoy our shows. And thanks for watching. Bye.
See you later.
See you tomorrow, folks.
Push the button.